Hello there, welcome back to Tunis and the Sons of Carthage. Last time, well, I messed up, I dare say historical levels of bad mess up. I vassalized Granada into my war. The reason why I vassalized them instead of annexing was because I wanted them to basically call the Catholic provinces in southern Spain for me, which they actually would have been capable of doing. But I did not actually notice they were at war with Spain as well. So once I actually vassalized them, I inherited said war, and it backfired horribly. And when I say it backfired horribly, I mean it backfired just ridiculously horribly. I lost most of my fleet, I lost my armies, I lost 2 provinces, I lost one of my own, and I lost the Granadan province. So all in all, things are not looking too good right now. So what I'm thinking I'm actually going to do here, I've had some a day or so to cool off since the last time I recorded, but I think the goal here now will be to actually integrate Sicily to get an extra diplomatic relation. Release Aragon, again, is probably not something that I in theory would like to do, but I'm going to do it just because of the fact that I can then well, regrow the land. And I'm probably going to give these two to Aragon as well as Tunis, if I do not decide to keep myself, just to grow a little bit of power for Aragon to, well, be a power to reckon with once we actually start wrecking Spain, so to speak. The truce that we have with Spain lasts until 1557, apparently. So we have a decade now to get back on our feet, and one of the steps of getting back on our feet here is going to be destroy Morocco. We're going to completely destroy them here, and the goal will be to hand all of their provinces over to Fez. So that should be pretty much straightforward. And again, as I said, we're going to annex Sicily here. So hopefully we can get that done quickly. I should probably also get someone back here to improve relations with the Ottomans. I might go for a war or two against the Mamluks just to get a little bit more provinces and thus power, but we'll have to see. I really do enjoy the fact that the Spanish army apparently are going to take the long route back. And apparently here I'm still at war. I actually forgot that. I'm at war with Genoa here, an Ottoman war, but I don't think we're going to be doing too much. We're probably just going to be sitting by peacefully, and best case scenario, Corsica will be handed over to us by, well, by the Ottomans. We'll just have to see how it plays out in the end. For now, however, we'll go down on maintenance. We'll send a, well, we'll split this one in 2. We'll use it for sieging purposes. I'll probably fix the ratios later, but for the time being we're going to declare war on Morocco, with the goal of course taking their provinces for well, for ourselves. And also of course I'm going to be rebuilding the navy. We really need to get that back up and running, hopefully rather soon, more so than late. So we'll see how that pans out. Best case scenario, the fleet will be back up and running by the next war. But I'm a little bit unsure. We definitely need to have a very strong fleet if we are to take on Spain again. So plan is to upgrade the fleet, but for the time being we're going to fight a war against Morocco. The goal will be to take Abda. We're probably just going to go for a straight out annexation here, provided of course that the annexation costs, if you will, do not get too high. And again here we have a Fez that do not know what to do. I have no idea why, but they basically have their army stuck there for as long as I can reckon. Even setting them to aggressive does nothing, which is weird and annoying and all that. But there's not much I can do about it at the current moment. I'll just have to tolerate it for the time, because there's but it's just so frustrating, to be perfectly honest. There's 10,000 Fezzan army that apparently will not be working for me at all. Anyways, I'm going to allow the Ottomans to just keep this going as they see fit. And if they re-siege this, I don't care. If they siege Naples, I don't care. If they siege Sicily, I don't care. If they get to my mainland, I'll probably kill them, but that's basically the only time I'll be bothered to do so. So for the time being, we'll siege the Moroccan lands, and we'll wait for this war to end. Then we'll annex Malta, and we'll probably fabricate claims on both Palermo and also Sardinia, and hopefully we can, well, kick Spain in the nuts, if you will. Well, for on our side here, the war is more or less over. There's no reason for me to actually continue the war against Genoa anymore. So we're going to peacefully peace out, because again, no reason to continue it, and also the war here against Morocco is going to end very quickly, so there's no reason for me to continue at all. And as a result of this, we're basically just going to... I'm going to take stability in this case. I do have the loans to consider, there's a lot of them. I still have 5 more loans to repay on about 120 ducats, so I need 600 more just to repay the loans that I took during the war against Spain, which is of course not good. They're already coming due too, so if I had to take more, then things are going to get kind of nasty. I should probably gone the other way there to get a little bit extra tax and everything, but it is what it is. My bad. So we'll go with full annexation, 56% overextension. We're going to just keep selling this to Fez all across the line. Fez will actually take that for 40 ducats, and in this case I'm actually going to see how much I can get out of them, because again, loans needs to be repaid, and the easiest way to do that is probably by, well, you guessed it, sell them the provinces. So I'm actually getting 2 birds here with 1 stone. Now we're going to, as I said here, annex Sicily to get 1 spot free, and it's actually going to just take what? Oh, 30 points actually. Well, it's going to take a while just because of the fact it's going to, well, take a while to amass the points. There's not actually any problems beyond that. And I think here we will definitely have a war against the Mamluks before we do anything else. So unfortunately my claims here actually ran out of time, so we're going to recreate them, and then we're going to declare war on the Mamluks. So I'm going to be moving my forces over there, and it should be interesting to see how this actually works out. They aren't willing to pay 11 for that one. Good. Let's just see how many. Again, the plan is to hand all of them over to Fez, so there's no worries there. We're going to prepare ourselves for war against the Mamluks though. Well, the Netherlands just broke free from France of all things, and Holland actually exists, which makes this a little bit more interesting than I'd like to admit, but it happened. Still, no wars or anything that looks like a war between the Spanish and the French. Spain is currently in a very small war versus Siena, Oldenburg, Pomerania, the Palatinate and Holstein, which is not something for us to be concerned about. It's a, well, I dare say rather straightforward war that we don't really want get any benefit from interfering with. This is the fourth claim that I will be getting. I already have a claim on Sidon and Al-Karak. If I can get claims on these 2 provinces as well, I will be going for that. And we'll also fabricate a claim on Ras Karib, Kuza and Halib, and then I think we're ready for war. But again here, for the time being, I'll not be taking any ideas. I will be saving the admin points for the conquest. Oh god damn it. So, the Ottoman conquest of Serbia against Hungary. This is a war they've started. Hungary's ally with Bosnia, France, Provence, Thuringia. Let's face it, France is going to go for me, Portugal is going to go for me, we're going to decline. Now again, it's kind of bad that I do this against an ally, but let's just be perfectly honest here, these guys are a little bit annoying, more so than ever before, because of the fact that the wars they are dragging me into are harming me more than they're helping me, and also of course the fact that well, the wars they are dragging me into aren't really helpful at all. Now unfortunately I still have 1 loan left to pay. 2 of them went over the well, time limit if you will, due to basically the time it took. Sicily has been integrated, good. We're going to just get rid of that 1,000 man army. We're going to send the cog to Oran to stand up with the other cogs, if you will. I'm currently not having any advisors because I want to save up money for 2 purposes. I need to build a strong fleet. I don't want to do that for loans. And I also need to, well, get myself back up and running, which is going to be a little bit harsh no matter how we look at it. Now, for the time being, I'll still just fabricate some more claims. Worst case scenario, I'll just have to fabricate a claim on Hejaz and declare war on them to take back. Well, they did actually take a province here. They took Man, and that was the only thing they really took. So that is fine by me. I can basically take everything else then, and then we have a nice border here too. But again, for the time being, we'll just wait. I'll be repaying. I think I already have repaid that last loan. Yeah, I have repaid my loans. And with that we can now hire someone to help us here. I was hoping for this guy, better relations over time, to help me out with the Ottomans. We're also going to hire the discipline guy, and we're going to again be saving up some money because our ships are expensive. I'm going to need, I think, about 15 of these, 13 of these, 13 of these. So basically I want a triple 20 along with a transport fleet of, well, 12,000. So might as well already just go ahead here and get rid of 2 of those cogs because they do not serve a purpose as of right now. And again, I should keep on fabricating claims. My bad. Fabricate a claim on Aljune. Then I have 2 more claims, then we'll be ready for war. But I think after this claim we're actually going to just declare war while claim is fabricating, because of the fact that if Spain decides to attack, they're going to do so probably as soon as the truce is up, provided of course that this war do not drag out. But we can always hope it happens. We'll just have to wait and see. Granada is definitely going to be sieged no matter how things go. The goal of this is going to be reconquest on Sardinia, I think, or potentially reconquest in Italy. We'll have to see. Spain is currently allied with Provence, Milan and Venice, so the Venetian alliance here is definitely going to become an issue. I think I might have to just try and wait here, see if I can get the Ottomans back on the positive trail, if you will. Get them to want to ally me again, and then use them to try and keep Venice at bay. We'll have to see if that works or not. We can do an upgrade to our diplomacy tech here, and we're actually going to do that. We get trade efficiency increased by 10%, sales growth by 10%, or 10 a year, and we can now build flutes and war galleys, basically upgrades to our, well, lesser ships, the transports and the galleys. Trade range has also been increased by 20, which will be a little bit helpful. For the time being, however, we will declare war on these guys. As you can see, they do have some allies. Karakonlu and Oman will probably be a little bit annoying to deal with, but I'm hoping here that Hejaz is actually a rival of theirs. No. So this might actually not work to my advantage. We'll have to wait and see. I'm kind of reliant on Hejaz here, but we'll see. War is coming, however. We should be able to fight this basically on our own. And we'll take this as war goal because it's close and simple to get control over, and again, should make it a lot easier for us. That's at least the hope, more or less. Just going to set up sieging squads, and we're going to, I think, take the southern side first. It's the one that is the least likely of coming under attack by, well, enemy forces, if you will. And thus I feel that that is probably the best side to start on. And apparently they have actually conquered a lot of land down south too, so it makes things a little bit more awkward. And also potentially Oman can just wander through these nations then instead, which again makes things a little bit awkward. But it should be fine, all things considered. So we'll just get seating set up, and hopefully Fez will actually do something that is helpful during this war, unlike what they've done earlier. Okay, so the Oman army actually got themselves here far quicker than I anticipated, so I guess we'll just have to pull our forces back then. Would you look at that, Fez is actually in action, but they're the only ones that are in action because the rest of my vassals, allies, etc. do not actually have any ships. So that's that. I lost that army, of course. So yeah, I probably have messed up a little bit here in terms of strategy, but I'll just have to pull a little bit back, and then we'll siege in a safer manner, and then everything should, in theory, be fine. But we'll of course figure that out really quickly. So I'll go after the Oman army here, and I think again in the beginning here we'll probably just be in a little bit on the defensive, go for taking Ras Garib pretty early, and then just protect it, if you will. So should be interesting. We'll just have to see how this actually works in reality, if you will. We'll see how it pans out. Well, I was beaten in another battle, unfortunately. As you can see, I really underestimated these guys. Karakonlu actually hunted me down here, also, which is even more surprising, but they did. And hopefully now I can actually destroy their army, but we'll see. Spain has apparently invented felt hats, so fur is going to become a, well, wanted commodity, if you will. I'm probably going to lose a lot more manpower on this than I than I would like, to be perfectly honest. Guess 5 years. We're not going to be fabricating claims for, and we're just going to attack the Mamluks, so it should be fine. Of course, I would actually be. We might actually have to just go for a white peace here, all things considered. I did not consider the aggressive expansion that I will be getting against the Ottomans here, and as you can see, they're actually getting trashed by Hungary, which is really surprising. But it's probably just the French more so than anything else. We are going to upgrade our military though. It should actually help quite a bit. Military attacks plus 0.25, and we now have a new unit type, which we're actually going to upgrade to, I thought, right away, but we're going to have to wait for the end of this month, and then we'll decide what to do. Spain has actually joined a military coalition against us. That is something I did not expect by a long stretch. But there we go, Muslim musketeers will be created. Now, second problem in this scenario, Spain is currently in a position where they can declare war on me, should they desire to do so. And thus, what I need to do here now is actually start building my fleet. In this case, we're going to build 5 carracks first, and then we're going to build, well, 20 caravels, 20 of these, basically just to get a little bit of a battle fleet. Not a big one per se, but it will be helpful to have it. And hopefully now we can also start beating back our enemies here. Of course, Fez, being aggressive, didn't actually get into trouble there, which is not surprising. But luckily enough now, our military is strong enough to deal with our enemies here in a, well, good manner, I dare say. So, if you guys are actually going to Al Karak, I'm not going to stop you, because I think I can probably catch you then, even if it's in Jerusalem. It should be perfectly alright. And we'll go for sieging Cairo and Ras Al Gharib again, hopefully. And hopefully we'll succeed this time, of course. What am I losing so much money on? Reinforcements, apparently. So yeah. I'm tempted to go a little bit down on maintenance to get a little bit more boats, but I think for the time being we'll just wait and see how this pans out. But again, we're going to siege, and hopefully we won't be running into too many problems here. As you can see here, the war is actually going fairly well. We have won some important battles. We are currently just sieging, and all in all here we are, I dare say, in charge. The only thing that's a little bit surprising is that an Oman army has actually decided to march into, well, into the center of Fez, which again is a little bit surprising conduct from the AI, but I'm not surprised by it anymore, to be perfectly honest. Also, declaring war on Spain might actually take a little bit longer than I'd like, because they are in a coalition with Portugal of all people, who has 16 aggressive expansion against me. So I think I might have to wait here until, well, either Venice gets themselves into a very bad position, or the Ottomans are feeling like I would be a useful ally again. We'll have to see what we actually end up with here though. So for the time being, we'll just end it here. Feel free to comment anything, any comments, praise, criticism, anything you feel like. And I do feel sorry for my hilarious mishap last time. It was stupidity on a new level, but it's probably what you've come to expect from me by now. So again, my apologies. And well, hopefully you did enjoy this nonetheless. I'll see you around next time. Bye.